Hi, Ryu here. I'm a UX designer and also a founder of RealWorldUX. Today, I wanted to cover this topic, the importance of process documentation of a project. Okay, let's dive in. Even though you want to focus on the current UX work, it's actually really important that you always document your UX process as you go. Here are the reasons why. It helps you understand where you are in a process. It helps you see a bigger picture of the project. It helps you keep track of what changes that you made along the way based on what reason. It makes the project almost portfolio ready. Project documentation is a critical artifact and a record of your project and can be effectively used to do an in-depth walkthrough of your process during an in-person interview type of occasions. From my experience, it's better to put together a process documentation in a presentation format such as Microsoft PowerPoint or Keynote, rather than document formats such as Microsoft Word or a web-based platform such as Confluence. The problem with Confluence is things can easily get out of control. It makes it harder to archive when you leave a company. A process documentation should roughly follow your UX process in a chronological order so that you can easily follow the progression of the project. Here's an example of how a documentation can be organized based on a process framework. Number 1, problem statement. What user problem that you tackled should be clearly defined at the beginning. Additionally, you may need to have different slides for these. Project background, project goal, project team member, your role and responsibility, timeline, project type, whether it's a launched product or a future concept, etc. Number 2, competitive benchmark. It's good to document how you researched competition or how you learned certain things from other products relevant to your project. Number 3, concept development. This is where your task flows, wireframes, prototypes go in. If you did brainstorming or workshop type of activities to come up with ideas, document those too with images and output summary. Number 4, user test or user research. Don't try to put every single detail here. Summary of findings should be the most important. Each finding should have concrete action to take. You should also include user research framework, what and how you tested, research overview, when, how many participants, how long, research format. A brief summary for each participant. Include photos of research sessions too. If there are insightful user quotes, include those too. Number 5, design iteration. This is where how you iterated your design based on learnings from the user research. It's important to highlight which part of the design is modified or improved based on which user feedback from which user research round. Depending on a project, you might have a few rounds of user research and design iteration. Number 6, next steps. Depending on a project, you may have next steps to describe what should be done after the step 5. Number 7, what worked, what did not work. It's also helpful to spend some time and write down what worked and what didn't work throughout the project. Acknowledging what did not work is also an important part of being a UX designer. It would also be a good idea to include key decisions made throughout the process so that it becomes clear how you made those decisions based on what reasonings. Try not to include every single detail, but include enough details to be able to track key learnings, insights, changes that impacted the overall design. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like it, please like and subscribe. Feel free to put any comments, suggestions, and requests. If you haven't downloaded my UX resource map or Prototype Resource Map Lite, go ahead and download those from the link below. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.